Again, we'll take a small break. I'll do the reshovel, get the heat down in just a moment. Stay tuned. Just doing a little audio check.
Up next, race number 1. Mini NASCAR. Heat 1 of 2. Race order is: Car 1 Robert Beck. Car 2 K-Fed. Car 3 Chris Raffaella. Car 4 Chris Call.
All right, guys, we're looking at a 10:50 start. 10:50 start. We're about 9 minutes out. Mini NASCAR will be up first, the first of 2. Robert Beck. We got K-Fed. We got Chris Raffaelli, Chris Call, and Speed Bump. 9 minutes out.
I brought my mud boxes.
One of us.
Okay, you go right here. I got 3 of them. We can put a race out, yeah?
7-1.
And that new late model box.
6-6.
Kind of similar to that, ain't it? The dirt box? Mud box. It's kind of the same as that new late model, right?
Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna put them 3 out there later. Fuck around there. Back in the dirt.
That's right.
Dirt.
Do you by chance have any more like 2X tank tops for like guys?
32.2.
Another shirt. He's like unfun.
9-9.
Yeah, and then like, I know you have the, what do you have, just the gray and the black?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so either one is fine, whatever you use for you.
So I got some red logos printed out.
Oh,
Just
that'd
gotta
be
let you press
awesome.
them all. It takes like 60 minutes to press them all up.
Perfect. Hey, Tyler?
28.5. 6-4. 6-5. 6-3. 6-7. 7-1. 6-4. 6-4.
I can do to make it better.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, if I get the new picture, right,
Chris call.
there's no reason to not be able to use the old one too.
37.9.
This is huge.
$53.9.
All right, guys, we're about 5 minutes out. 5 minutes out.
Chris Rafaela. 7-2. 6-6. 6-1. 52.8. 6-1.
Better.
7-1.
You coming out of that turn though?
7-7.
You got it back up. Turn, right turn. Left, right
8-9.
turn, right turn.
Robert Beck.
Blu-ray turned down so much it doesn't.
8-5. 7-2. 6-5. 7-4. 7 flat. 10-3. 48.4. 6-9. 6-8. 7 flat. 7-6. 7-5. 54.6. Eight flat. Speed bump. Seven one. Six seven.
All right, guys, we're getting set for second round action. Our first heat making their way. Again, it's Robert Beck. It's going to be Kay. It's going to be Chris. Both Chris's out there. We got Speed Bump joining us today for some NASCAR action. It's a grid of 5 for second round. Any marshals help me out? Maybe one on either side. Marshals, one on either side. All right, we're just waiting for K-Fed to check in. We'll give this a go. Second and final round. Again, we are also getting set for this afternoon's road course on-road edition club race. Thank you guys for coming out on this beautiful Sunday morning. After some rain last night, we already got some rain and messed up the party for the 8 scale, but they got 2 rounds in. They got their fix. They started practicing a little bit after 3 o'clock, so I hope they enjoyed that. Yeah, there's always something to do here. Tomorrow's 128 scale, big extravaganza, the big trophy race making its way for the Summer Heat Championship. Doors open at 9, get started a little bit after 11 in the morning, and 2 rounds of the main to follow. So pretty excited about that. Brand new layout for our Mini Z 128 scale world, and official practice underway. Again, K-Fed still needs to check in. Any marshals, help me out. Appreciate you.
K-Fed.
All right, K-Fed is all set. Our marshals around the perimeter, and we are a go for a second round. All right, guys, we're rolling them all softly at the tone. Let's go to work. Don't overthink it. Get into a nice groove. We're underway. 3 heats, 2 for NASCAR and 1 for NASCAR. Don't overthink it. Trying to be the 37.401 set by Don a moment ago. Chris Raffaelli right away, flirting with 36 laps. Welcome back to the arena. Chris Cole on the 34, Speed Bump on the 34, K-Fed on the 31, Robert on the 28.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Chris Raffaelli with the 37 lap 4:0.5 pace, Speed Bump with the 35 lap 4:05.9 pace, and Chris Call with the 34 lap 4:03.2 pace. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Chris Raffaelli with the 37 lap 4:04.1 pace, Speed Bump with the 35 lap 4:04.1 pace, and Chris Call with the 34 lap 4:04.9 pace.
140 remaining. Chris still in charge, flirting with 36. Nothing has changed. Speed bump on the 35. K-Fed on the 32. Chris on the 32. Robert on the 28. Raffaele really picking up the pace here. 37 flat, trying to beat a 37.01.
After 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Chris Raffaele with a 37 lap 403.5 pace, Speed Bump with a 35 lap 404.2 pace, and Chris Call with a 33 lap 403.5 pace.
Think your leader figuring out the setup real quick. 37.04 trying to beat an 01. Speed bump on a 34.03. Chris on a 33.01. K-Fed on a 32.05. Robert on a 27 flat. Finish strong, guys. 30 seconds. Again, Chris clipping them off. 6'4". Speed bump 6'7". Chris Call 6'9". K-Fed 6'8". Robert with a 9 flat. 5 seconds. Finish strong. They're trying to beat an 01. Chris Raffaele on 37.03. Good stuff. Good stuff. Keep going. Everybody start on the clock. Race it.
Lap 401.3 result. Speed bump done with the 34 lap 4.
Slow it down, guys. Slow it down as this one laid to rest. Chris Raffaele giving it a great go, but just coming up a little bit short. 37.03 final. Speed bump 34.01. Chris Call 33. K-Fed 32. And Robert Beck 28 at 4.09. Heat number 2 coming up.
Up next, race number 2. Mini NASCAR. Heat 2 of 2.
All right.
Race order
It's a
is
good one coming up. Don, Henry,
Lawrence.
Lenny,
Car
Pete,
2, Mr.
Scott,
Beck.
Hector.
Car
Second
3,
and
Lenny
final
Adams.
round.
Car
It is
4,
time to
Peter
make it
Bowman.
count.
Car 5, Scott Beck. Car
Make
6,
sure your
Hector
equipment is off.
Zapata.
Come on, Marshall.
I did, thank you.
Change the tires?
Don Lawrence. Peter Bowman. Mr. Maga. Scott Beck.
If you're spectating and like what you see, pick up a kit today. Come race with us. It's all box stock out there. Go out there, have a good time. We'll be done sometime around noon. You'll have the rest of the day to do whatever, or maybe even hang around and run the road course. Always something to do here. Right, waiting for Lenny and Hector.
Hector Zapata.
All right, just waiting for Lenny. Give him a moment. It's a grid of 6 to close out our last heat for mini NASCAR qualifying. Again, they're trying to beat a 37.01. Don Lawrence at the point. It's Henry in the number 2 spot. Lenny at 3. Pete, Scott, Hector to follow. Chris Raffaele really giving it a solid run. So he went to work a moment ago.
Lenny Adams.
All right, let's see if we get some coverage, maybe one on either side. That'll be great. Anything missing, I'll go take care of it myself. Again, it's Don, Henry, Lenny, Pete, Scott, and Hector as we're lined up over on the far side. Guys, don't overthink it. You're on your own clock. Marshall, stay sharp. Drivers, good luck. Rolling all softly at the tone. Let's go to work.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Scott Beck, with a 38 lap 405.2 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 37 lap 4:0.1 pace, and Mr. Mago, with a 36 lap 4:06.2 pace.
This just in, it's not going to be Oval Trophy event next week. It's going to be our on-road portion. So road course, trophy event. And next Saturday, we got Monster Truck Saturday and Sunday. So a very busy weekend indeed. It's going to be the Oval in 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, Oval Championship with our Turf Championship on Sunday. So again, 2 consecutive weekends. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. And we'll have those 2 championships hopefully in the books by the end of August. Halfway there, guys. Halfway.
2 minutes. The top drivers are Don Lawrence, with a 36 lap 4:05.5 pace, Scott Beck, with a 35 lap 4:0.7 pace, and Mr. Mago, with a 35 lap 4:03.7 pace.
So Don Lawrence really stepping up his game here. 38.404 to pace. Scott on a 38.02. So Scott and Don really bringing the fight. 5.9 for Don, 6 flat for Scott. It's Henry in the number 3 spot, currently on the 35. Hector on the 35. Lenny on the 35. Pete on the 34.
With a 38 lap 4:06.1 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 37 lap 4:02.2 pace, and Mr. Mago, with a 35 lap 4:0.8 pace. Mr. Mago done with a 35 lap 4:0.1 result. Don Lawrence done with a 37 lap 4.
And at the end, it was Don Lawrence. Message received, 5.9 last lap, 37.402 final. He'll hold on to TQ honors
All
today.
drivers are finished.
Scott giving it a great go,
Scott
just
Beck
missing
done
it by
with
half a second, 37.402.7.
result.
Henry will get 35, Hector 35, Pete 35, and Lenny
3.6
with
result.
34. Good run,
Lenny
guys.
Adams done with a 34 lap
It's NASCAR truck to
4:02.8
follow.
result. Up next, race number 3. Mini NASCAR. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is: Car 1 Don Lawrence, Car 2 Peter Bova, Car 3 Lenny Adams, Car 4 Scott Beck.
forget, guys, 2 weeks from now, our Oval Championship. I hope you guys can make it out. We're going to make it into a little bit of a super speedway. Again, I hope you guys make it out. Next week, next Saturday, a week from today, is our road course asphalt championship. We also have monster trucks with their world finals right here, Saturday and Sunday. And then the following week, the Oval Championship on Saturday. And then we go to turf on Sunday. So always something to do here. Very busy second half of the month. Again, that action starting next week.
Hopefully, if it's outside, the weather will cooperate. But I think it's because of the weather. Yeah. It's funny, I don't know that we do the mains outside ATL last night. It was on that spot. And you'll notice how many you're looking from afar, you can see the lightning in the background. It's like,
I was marshalling at number.
I've seen such here that I can't even describe it. I can't even take a picture of it. Start to, you know what I mean? Like,
I was standing at 6, the end of the jumps, watching them come at me with the sparks coming out from underneath, taking these big turning and then the lightning. I just stood there in awe. It was just incredible. Yeah. Yeah. Sparks, the dust, the wind was going, blowing the dust away from you. Yeah, it was really magical.
All right, waiting for Don, Pete, Lenny, and Scott for NASCAR.
Peter Boga, Scott Beck, Lenny Adams, Don Lawrence.
All right, your top qualifier so far, 44.04. Don going across the line. He's getting set to go to battle. It's Pete in the number 2 spot. Lenny in 3. Scott Beck in 4. It's Mini NASCAR, our only heat today. Marshals, let's pick up some real estate. I need one on each side. Thank you for the coverage. All right, Mr. Zapata's gonna help me out. I'll make my way over to the left side, unless you want over to the left side, somewhere near those red markers. Appreciate you. We got coverage over near the speaker here. All right, I'm counting 5 out there, so one of you guys are not counting, unless you're just out there hanging out. Oh, he is hanging out. I'm sorry. Got guest up there hanging out with the drivers. All right, guys, race number 3 to close out our qualifying. Mini NASCAR, we're rolling them out softly at the tone. Let's go to work. Coming up on a minute down, 3 to go. It's Don, All Business, Lenny, Scott, Pete.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Don Lawrence, with a 41 lap 404 flat pace, Lenny Adams, with a 40 lap 405.6 pace, and Scott Beck, with a 38 lap 402.1 pace.
So Lenny bringing the fight to Don. Currently on a 40.04. He's about 2 seconds behind the leader. So Lenny at the point, Scott, Don now in third, Pete in fourth. Again, they're trying to beat a 40.04. Lenny now on a 40.06. Game on. 2:20 remaining.
Minutes left.
Thank you for the hustle, guys.
Top drivers are Lenny Adams, with a 39 lap 402.1 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 39 lap 402.7 pace, and Scott Beck, with a 39 lap 405.5 pace.
So Don Lawrence at the point, 39.02. Scott on a 38. Pete on a 38. Lenny now on a 36. .105 remaining. Don trying to close it out on top. It's Scott. It's Pete. Lenny.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Don Lawrence, with a 40 lap 405.9 pace, Scott Beck, with a 39 lap 406.1 pace, and Peter Bova, with a 38 lap 4.0.3 pace.
45 seconds. .35 seconds remaining. Don trying to close it out on top. 40.06 the pace. Scott on a 39.05. Separation 4.5. Pete on a 39. Lenny on a 37. 25 seconds. Five seconds remaining. It's Don, Pete, Scott, Lenny. Bring it home.
Don Lawrence done with a 39 lap 4.0.3 result. Scott Beck done with a 38 lap 401.1.
So Don victorious at the end, 39 flat. He'll hold on to TQ honors today, 44.04 to get it done in round one. Pete will get 39 out of it in second. Scott 38, Lenny in fourth, 37. As our qualifying is laid to rest. The time now 11:11. We'll take a nice 15-minute break and we'll get started at 11:25. 11:25 for the start of our main. Stay tuned.
Faster.
Up next, race number 1. Mini NASCAR. B main. Race order is: Car 1 Lenny Adams. Car 2 Peter Bova. Car 3 Speed Bump. Car 4 Chris Call. Car 5 Robert Beck. Car 6 K Fed.
Again, we're looking at 11:25 start, 11:13. That is the current time. 11:25 start. Mini NASCAR B main. It's a grid of 6. Lenny, Pete, Speedbomb, Chris Call, Robert Beck, and K-Fed. Only the winner moves on to race number 3 of the show. right, we're getting set for our first main. We're just a few minutes out. Drivers for our first race. Only the winner moves on to race 3. So we got a nice showdown for our first race. It's a grid of 6. It's going to be Lenny, Pete, Speed Bump, Chris, Robert, and K-Fed. Again, the winner, only the winner moves on to race 3.
Robert Beck.
Yeah, it's in itself.
Let's see if we can get some Marshall coverage out there. Anybody from this list? Don Scott, Chris, Henry, Hector, any of you guys? Let's see if we can cover at least either end of the track. Again, it's Lenny at the point. It's Pete in the number 2 spot. It's Speed Bump in 3. Chris Cole in 4. We got Robert in this one in 5. K-Fed in 6. It's a 4-minute main, our first lower main, and then we go into NASCAR, and then our main event, race 3, mini NASCAR A main. All right, marshals and drivers making their way. Again, around noon time, we'll set up the road course, and we'll close it out with on-road on the road course, again, sometime around noon. Thank you guys once again, making your way out. Saturday morning, great way to start the weekend. Got the rest of the day to partake in all sorts of plans. I hope you guys have it filled up for your weekend enjoyment as we are in the heart of our summer. Race number 1, mini NASCAR B main. Again, Lenny at the point. Pete in the number 2 spot. It's Speed Bump in 3. Chris in 4. Robert in 5. Cape Bad in 6. Only the winner moves on to race 3.
K-Fed.
Right, have the field checked in. Still waiting for Pete, Speed Bump, and Chris. Go a moment. All right, Speed Bump making his way. Just waiting for Pete and Chris.
Peter Boga.
All right, Pete getting all set to go.
Chris Call.
Again, we're single file down the line right there in front of you. Just give me Speed Bump a moment to check in.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm in here somewhere.
Speed Bump, go across once. I want to make sure you're counting.
Speed Bump.
All right, the single file should look like this. Lenny at the point. It's Pete in the number 2 spot. Speed Bump over at 3. It's Chris at 4. Robert at 5. And Cape Fed at 6. All right, guys, we're going around once. The lead car is the green car. Let's not pass each other. Once he clears right in front of you, we'll go and hit the horn. All right, guys, let's roll it out. Single file. Roll them out. Roll them out. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's go to work. Don't overthink it. Let's lock in early.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 34 lap 406.9 pace, speed bump, with a 33 lap 404.6 pace, and Lenny Adams, with a 32 lap 406.8 pace.
So the battle right away for that third spot, Chris and Speed Bump. Chris now in second, Speed Bump in third. It's Lenny in fourth, K-Fed in fifth, Robert in sixth, but it's Pete leading his brigade. 130 down, 230 to go. Mini NASCAR B main in progress. It's going to be Mini NAS truck to follow. Halfway, Pete still leading this brigade.
2 minutes. The top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 35 lap 403.8 pace, Chris Call, with a 33 lap 401.5 pace, and Speed Bump, with a 33 lap 402.8 pace.
.140 remaining. Pete with a 6.5, 35, 403 to pace, got a 5.5 second lead over Speed Bump, who's on a 34.05, Lenny on the 34.06, Chris on the 33, K-Fed on the 32, Robert on the 31, but it's all Pete. 125 remaining. Only the winner moves on to race 3. Only the winner. Pete doing everything right, still holding on to a 5 second lead over Lenny now. It's Speed Bump in third. 115 remaining.
Yeah, I know.
At 3 minutes, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 35 lap 402.3 pace, Lenny Adams, with a 34 lap 4.0.4 pace, and Speed Bump, with a 34 lap 403.5 pace.
So we got Pete trying to close it out on top. Lenny bringing the fight. 3.5 second separation. It's Speed Bump, K-Fed, Chris, Robert.
Maybe he can do it better if he He's got no body roll.
10 seconds. It's Pete, Lenny, Speed Bump, K-Fed, Chris, Rob. Bring it home.
There's no wind, there's no drag.
Speed Bump done with a 33
Race it to the line, race it to the line.
K-Fed done with a 33 lap 401.8 result. Peter Bova done with a 35 lap 402.7 result.
And that's a race. It was Pete at the end, 35, 402 final. Lenny will get 35 at 405, and Speed Bump with 33 laps at 4 flat. Pete Bova, you're moving on to the show. That's going to be race 3. Start charging your battery.
Up next, race number 2. Mini NASCAR. A main. Race order is Car 1 Don Lawrence. Car 2 Peter Bova. Car 3 Lenny Adams. Car 4 Scott Beck.
All right, Mini NAS truck, our first A main on deck. Don, Pete, Lenny, Scott. That's my lineup. Coming up next.
All that matters is that I fixed my wheel. Why would you wait to miss an accident? You do this car? What was it? You missed an accident. Oh, I might convert my car to a couple of
Don Lawrence.
All right, Don Lawrence not wasting any time trying to win it from pole. 40-404 to get it done today. Still waiting for Pete, Lenny, Scott to check in. We'll give a moment.
Peter Boga. Scott Beck.
All right, just waiting for Lenny. Give him a moment. Mini NAS truck, A main. It's a grid of 4. Again, Don trying to win it from pole. Any marshals out there, help me out. Anybody from the last race, just pick up a side. Just need you for 4 minutes.
Lenny Adams.
All right, appreciate you. All right, so speed bump making his way. I'll make my way over to the right side. Again, we're lining up like this. Don Lawrence at the point. It's Pete Bova in the number 2 spot. We got Lenny over at 3 and Scott at 4. We're going to go around once, guys. Don't switch lanes or go in front of each other. Let's go single file. When we get back on the back straight, we'll hit the switch, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, let's roll it out softly. We're going around once. Marshall, stay sharp. Drivers, good luck. At the tone. Let's go to work. $11:35 in the a.m. as we're closing out our oval morning portion.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 38-lap 401.1 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 37-lap 4.0 flat pace, and Lenny Adams, with a 35-lap 405.6 pace.
People, Don Lawrence, they are battling for that top spot.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 38 lap 4:0.5 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 38 lap 4:05.6 pace, and Lenny Adams, with a 37 lap 4:04.5 pace.
A minute 35 remaining. Pete, Don, separation half a second. Lenny in the third spot. Scott in fourth. We're closing it out. 1 minute.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 39 lap 4:05.9 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 38 lap 4:0.5 pace, and Lenny Adams, with a 38 lap 4:05.9 pace.
40 seconds remaining. Don trying to close it out. Pete bringing in the moves. It's Don Lawrence now at the point. Pete trying to get it back. Separation 600ths of a second. Good stuff. 30 seconds. Five seconds. Don, Pete, separation 3.5.
Don Lawrence done with a 38 lap 4:01.1 result. Scott Beck done with a 35 lap 4:02.5 result.
And it was Don at the end. 38-401 final. Winning it from pole. It was Pete 38-404. Separation 3.5. Lenny would get 36. Scott with 35. As this one's laid to rest. Race number 3, our main event coming up. Mini NASCAR, A main.
Up next, race number 3. Mini NASCAR. A main. Race order is: Car 1 Don Lawrence. Car 2 Scott Beck. Car 3 Chris Raffaella. Car 4 Mr. Mago. Car 5 Hector Zapata. Car 6 Peter Bova.
It's a good one. Mini NASCAR, A main. Don Lawrence once again finds himself trying to win it from pole. It's Scott in the number 2 spot. We got Chris Raffaelli on his return to the arena, qualifying third on the grid. It's Henry in fourth, Hector in fifth, Pete Bova taking care of business a moment ago in that 6th and final spot as we're getting set for a good one. Mini NASCAR, A main to close out our morning portion of Oval.
Like a good bag ice out of like a strap to my back.
Hector Zapata.
All right, got Hector checked in, ready to go to battle. It's Don Lawrence, Scott, Chris, Henry, Pete. Start checking them in.
Chris Raffaella.
I'm gonna need some coverage out there. Anybody help me out? You need some coverage? Maybe let's get a body
Scott Beck.
on either end of the track. Appreciate you guys. We're getting set for our main event, Mini NASCAR A Main, to close out our oval
Mr.
morning
Mack.
program. Still waiting for Don and Pete to check in.
Don Lawrence.
Henry coming across the line, getting set over in the number
Peter
4
Bova.
spot. Pete Bova over the line for that 6th and final spot. Again, we're lining them up right there in front of you guys. We're going to go around once. I'll hit the switch, and then we'll go to work. All right, I need a marshal over on the left side. I'll make my way if we need somebody there. I appreciate you. Do the best you can. The heat is definitely out today. 90-degree mark so far. Might be climbing. Any coverage will be super helpful, guys. Let's close it out together. Appreciate you. Again, Don at the point, trying to win it from pole. It's Scott, Chris, Henry, Hector, and Pete to follow. All right, guys, let's not overthink it early. We're going around one slowly. You guys can start bringing them out. Let's start rolling them out, single file. When you guys go down the back straight, we'll hit the switch. We'll go from there. Good luck. At the tone. Let's go to work.
Out. Thank you. Oh.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 37 lap 401.7 pace, Hector Zapata, with a 35 lap 403.8 pace, and Don Lawrence, with a 34 lap 403.5 pace.
So we got Pete. I'm telling you, he is just having a grand morning here. Winning the B, on top of the leaderboard in the A. It's Hector on his debut, 35.4 flat. He's about 4.5 seconds behind the number 1 car. It's Don Lawrence in 3rd, Henry in 4th, Scott back in 5th, Chris in 6th. Lock in, guys, 2:25 remaining. Pete now nursing a 4-second lead over Don, who finds himself in that number 2 spot. It's Hector now in 3, Henry in 4, Scott, Chris to follow. As we're coming up on the halfway.
At minutes, the top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 37 lap 4.0.2 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 36 lap 4.0.5 pace, and Hector Zapata, with a 36 lap 402.8 pace.
Mini NASCAR A Main in progress. Pete trying to win it from the 6th spot. It's Don, Henry, Chris, Hector, Scott. On minute 5, Pete, Don, Hector, Chris, Henry, Scott.
One minute after 3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Peter Bova, with a 37 lap 4.0.4 pace, Don Lawrence, with a 37 lap 405.6 pace, and Hector Zapata, with a 36 lap 402.3 pace.
Again, Pete trying to close it out on top. Don, our top qualifying in the number 2 spot. It's Hector in 3, Chris in 4, Mr. Magoo in 5, Scott Beck in 6. Finish strong, guys. Finish strong. 25 seconds. Don and Pete, half a second separation. Pete trying to get it back. He's running out of time. 10 seconds. Don and Pete separation. 3/10. 2/10.
Mr. Mago done with the 35.
Race it to the line. Race it to the line.
Hector Zapata done with the 36.
And it was your top qualifier, Don Lawrence, taking it down. Half a second later was Pete coming in second, and Hector on his debut in 3rd. It was Chris in 4th, Henry in 5th, Scott Beck in 6th as our oval portion club
All
race
drivers are finished.
is laid to rest.
Done with the 34
Thank you
lap
guys for
5.2
partaking in a
result.
great morning of racing, as we'll be switching it to road course in just a moment. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting our program. we just set it up already.
To the end? Yeah, you gotta go there, round there.
Yep.
Continue. I just put mine in. It's kind of frozen here. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go.
Chris Raffaella. $30.1. 7-6. 6-4. 16-2. 15-3. K-Fed. 13-4. 13-1. 6-6. 26.6. 6-5.
Oh no.
17-7. 13-3. 14 flat. 31.7. 22.4. 7-8. 10-5. 17 flat. 16-8. 17-4. 17-1. 16-8. 7-5. 18-1. 24.5. 17-6. 'Mr. Mago. 17-3. 31.3. 18-9. Unknown driver. 20.1. 19-6. 18 flat. 18-8. 18-2. 12-3. 24.3. 17-2. 16-5. 21.7. 19-2. 21.2. 17-5. 31.4. 16-5. 11-8. 16-7. 6 flat. 16-4. 24.9. 16 flat. 17-4. 17-4. 21.5. 23.7. 17-6. 16-3. 16-5. 18-1. 16-8. 28.2. 18-6. 17-5. 17 flat. 21.6. 16-2. 18 flat. 16-1. 20.4, 23.8, 17.6, 18.4.
If you're planning on running our road course edition club race, make your way over to the kiosk, get signed up. We're looking at a 1 o'clock start. We're about 45 minutes out.
16.9.
If you're looking to run road course outside for some on-road action, we got the road course layout up and
12.3.
running, and we got people out there taking advantage of the open practice. 1 o'clock start. Make your way over to the kiosk, get signed up
16.5.
for this afternoon's
16.5.
road course club race. Don't forget, next week, the trophy event for the road course portion. Doors open at 9. We get started at around 11 o'clock. 2 rounds of the main to follow for next week's big
17.2.
showdown. And it's the Monster Trucks
23.4.
World Finals.
18.9.
That's a Saturday and Sunday event. They're also going to be in the back of the track doing their thing. Very big weekend indeed coming up. And then 2 weeks, Oval Championship and our turf on Sunday. So to close out the month of August, very
16.9.
busy month indeed. Tomorrow's trophy event over on the 128 Mini Z track. Doors open tomorrow 9 o'clock. We get started sometime after 11 o'clock. 2 rounds of the main to follow. Nice hardware to be handed out on a brand new layout. Hope you guys enjoying it.
17.3. 17.5. 17.4. 27.3. 16.9. 17 flat. 15.9. 16.4. 17 flat. 10.3. 28.7. 16.9. 23 flat. 23.4. 16.6. 16.9. 15.7. 17 flat. 18.4. 16.2. 15.4. 16.9.
All right. Anybody else running the on-road program today? Either sedan, mini NASCAR. It kind of looks like the two going today, honestly.
Now the race is coming up this Saturday. That's gonna be what we're running now, right?
All on road. We don't do any oval anymore. We do on road all the way.
And the trophy race? And that you may have that one. Probably, yeah.
It's the only time you know. Vanguard's RCMadness.
Race for night, that's and you saw that.
That's where the chair went. I came here with from an officer, he kept reading. Yep. He told me 12 of those chairs.
Yeah, so I actually had way better chairs. And I was one of them, there was 25 of them.
They come all the time.
Kenny goes, I don't want them, I
Yeah.
just got them for you.
Eating and working, just staying here with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outlandish. They have their own lawn. No, it's just overlay. Oh, that's on our side of the wall and the dark side where we're going to. You have to shut it down all.
Afternoon on here yet? Why am I doing that?
I didn't. We didn't set up the. No. They'll be ready by the. Really just NASCAR at this point. Unless NASCAR results are here. Oh, the results.
No, I'm saying for the.
The on-road hasn't been created yet. You guys on on-road for? Unless you want to run
Yeah,
private.
we signed up. Yeah,
That's up and running, but
I didn't
not
check
the
in with you,
actual
though.
event part.
Why is Terry
Oh, you're good.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Huh?
But if we do it over there, it automatically goes through the car, right?
No. Just by him. Just looking.
That grandfather.
Gemma.
Fine.
PB.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
This is why, please.
I don't think that. That's all.
Remember the kid for road course then?
Gemma, wrong way.
Yeah, it's set up for real quick.
You didn't say hi to you. This saved it all. I just need a couple more minutes. You want to use this one in the meantime? I haven't seen it in a while.
All right, guys. Looks like thus far we're gonna do a heat of NASCAR on the road course.
Yeah, this one was good, man. It's the first qualifier.
All right, we're gonna go for 1 o'clock start, so you guys can do some practice on road course. Looks like it's gonna be a heat of NASCAR. I think we got maybe one more rental up there if somebody wants to jump in for a road course. But yeah, looks like a NASCAR road course today.
Yeah, they put one in. Full service rental down there. Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah, look at that. No set. Yeah, no, they all set. Look at that. For the transfer?
500? Somebody did. I spent 500 miles up. I don't know if it was there last week. Last week I put double-sided tape on it. This week it's dialed right in. Battery, everything ready to go. Yeah, it's even more CP, you see that?
Yeah. Maybe some during the week because we also offer it.
Oh, you talk about the guy
Yes. Right.
still running good?
Yeah, he does like 18 and everything. Very fast.
Up next, race number 1. Mini NASCAR. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is: Car 1 Hector Zapata. Car 2 Chris Rafaela. Car 3 Ben Ramos. Car 4 K-Fed. Car 5 Mr. Mago.
One of the most horrific deaths you'll ever hear.
Be back. Want to get a snake? We can't find it. Something that will go in this bar and go around a corner. I can't find anything that I can do. Romex is too thick. The wire won't make the corner. You don't have any coaxial. Then make the ones that's got the little hand thing you can put a drill on. Something simple. Just make it on nothing fancy. Yeah, the urinals on the back of the walls is going down. I can't find anything to get it. It goes like 6 inches and it makes it 45. I can't get anything around the corner. What do you think? Home Depot or Tractor Supply? All right, I'll be back, guys. You want anything while I'm out?
No, we'll get something. I'm gonna be just on Anyway, I was just telling you about Dane. His nephew was running a motorcycle and somebody, something like destroyed his whole entire body. Wasn't wearing that helmet. Only major.
So I ended up having a
I don't know how you feel about it, but
there's cells everywhere.
when most schools are so not to do the cars from early on, motorcycles never looked good.
But then it took
Like even when I hung out with friends that had motorcycles, come on, you don't ride with me or you know, how to ride. And I learned how to ride. I never really like this, but yeah, that's the ultimate help. Like that's the ultimate rush. It's never joints.
and this one I did a runner.
I didn't know that. I don't really care about the bike.
Yeah, I left the
Do you
truck
ever
there.
have a racing bike?
Made a recess.
Like a 1 inch? 1100 or 900 bike.
So the stand,
Yeah, all my friends all had 900. They usually went on trips. They would be me like,
I bought it. Yeah, this is the truck.
but I never touched it. Like it's not physical.
Wife will let me get one.
That's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm not looking for another adventure. When I was younger, I just.
We need a battery. Chassis. So I'll show you my tape. Press the chassis. This box I found on
Yeah, you got the box?
yeah, I saw. This is like yeah, I could see that too. This is the first version of this. So this thing starts. So what I'm gonna do with this one is I have another.
All right, guys, we're about 30 minutes out. 1 o'clock start for our first heat of road course. It's going to be mini NASCAR to kick things off. We only have one heat so far of mini NASCAR, and that's coming up in less than 30 minutes.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Now they're my uncle, all my uncle, all my cousins, my ex-wife came from a family that was four girls, and all the girls had girls. Like, and then my side of the family, oh boy, wife's side, oh boy, they're boys, but then they all had girls. Oh wow! So now they've done. I mean, the ratio right now is like 30-40. I mean, it was cool. Now, but me and my brother, we were 3 and 4. It was my 2 sisters first, and then my father wanted to have boys, so it was me, and then my mom, 5 and 6, she was still having a boy, especially new boy. But yeah, he said, yeah, I'm gonna continue trying. Yeah, it looks poor the same way too. The same culture. Yeah. And then both my sisters, they had girls. So they're not, the names are gonna be whatever their married names are. Yep. Yeah. I always thought because my sister has, had a boy in the family. And then the oldest. And then my little sister, she has 2 babies. Okay. My older has a daughter. They're here in the States? Well, my oldest one, the but the oldest one, the oldest one kid here. That's my middle kid son. Even Francis. Pro stock. I didn't see pro stock listed on the.
We're trying to get people to come, but yeah, but pro stock will be pro stock. Like it would be 70 turn or 3500 white ball. I mean, 3500 for self for 70 turn nickel metal.
That he did that body for you?
Yeah.
He painted that?
Yeah.
Good job.
You know,
Hey, look good. Look good.
and that body just
He looks so good.
The wing is huge. Gotta put a little bit up for him.
But I don't like the texture. Yeah.
Yours is, did you see a picture of yours?
No.
Well, it'll be a surprise to you.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna suggest just cut half of that wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really feel it out.
Yeah, it just you don't real correct. And now that we have the runway, I mean the runway's legit. It's gonna go now more power into that right lane. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. I was looking at it. That's great. This thing's on show.
I thought it was the guy.
What do you mean?
The one I told him.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, right there.
Cool. Give him our regards.
Love.
Can you run that one? You may not come.
Yeah, two of them. One truck and one nice.
I'll start. All right, guys, we're about 15 minutes out, maybe 20, but 15 minutes. The sun is really peaking out there. I don't need to sell it to you. Hot weekend in Tap, it'll be dry. Mini NASCAR, only heat, will be up first, 15 minutes out. So it goes to show you that you can actually and convince our mind that's what but it smells like
But it smells, it tastes, it smells like.
we are such pathetic people.
Good thing, you mean a good thing? Pfizer's doing that?
So what's his we're approaching 9 billion. Oh, he even said it too. Because he put a lot of money for public. I mean, he put a lot of money for it. It was the biggest failure in his life. Only 160,000 people died. Yeah, he was like, I thought he was going to jump off a cliff. I was like, I'll be there to trip you.
Yeah. He literally got upset with a lot of people. A lot of people like, don't worry, don't worry. No noises.
All right, guys, 10 minutes out, 10 minutes out. Mini NASCAR will be up first, our only heat. NASCAR, 5 minutes out, 5 minutes out. NASCAR, 5 minutes out.
I'm telling you, this is a NASCAR track. Yeah, they got the camera and everything set up.
Mini NASCAR, only heat, 3 minutes out. Mini NASCAR, we're about 3 minutes out. Over on the road course after a successful Sunday morning oval program in the books. We had 3 heats, so it was a light crowd, but good times. Turning out to be a really nice day. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. Don't forget, we close shop at 5 o'clock. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Always something to do.
I read the entire manual, front to back.
Engineering class.
They don't have that.
September 30th, and then around October 1st, we let the RCs away, and then we raise on road and that runs all the way till around May 1st. No mini one. The here is here, and that means all the help together.
Stop, Taco!
Once a month, take it out.
That'll be a unique.
Good. Mine was 9. Mine was 9 and Keith was doing 8.
They were just on
Mine was
all.
9 and Keith was doing 8.
What's up? Oh, it's hot out here.
So you're right there. You're telling me I've been sweating my guts off.
Again, the sun is gleaming and we are set to go. When you guys are ready, so am I. Mini NASCAR, make your way out. When you guys are ready, so am I. Mini NASCAR, only heat. Start bringing them out. Let's start checking them in. It's going to be Hector Zapata. It's going to be Chris Raffaelli. It's going to be Ben, Carl, Henry. Grid of 5, Mini NASCAR. Heat number 1. Start bringing them out. Gentlemen, any marshals? Anybody help me out? I need marshals out there. Anybody willing to help me out for our first race?
Chris Raffaello.
Chris all set to go. On his return to the arena, doing some oval early today. Still waiting for Ben, Carl, and Henry to check in. Oh, just one across right there. Okay, that's Ben. Okay, I got you.
K-Fed. Ben Ramos.
All right, waiting for Mr. Magoo to make his way. Are you ready? Okay. He needs time. That's fine. Again, anybody help me out with marshalling? Maybe take one side, I'll take the other. Anybody out there help me out with marshalling? Again, we're on a holding pattern for one more competitor. Can I get one more marshal to help me out? Maybe I'll just take the middle. We got drivers also making their way to get set for tomorrow's big showdown on the 128 scale RCP track. Good to see you guys out and about taking advantage of some open practice as we're officially underway with that. Don't forget, guys, store closes. This whole shop closes at 5 o'clock, so we got 4 hours left of open practice on the RCP and anything else that you're partaking today. I hope you guys are enjoying your stay. Again, 5 o'clock, we're closing shop today. And then we go into it tomorrow, 9 o'clock, for our championship 128 scale. So, thank you so much for coming out, guys, as we're getting set for our only heat of NASCAR on the road course. It's going to be Hector, it's going to be Chris, Ben, we got Carl, and Henry. I'll make my way over to the center and try to help you guys out. We're rolling them off softly. Let's go to work. At the tone. Guys, I want you guys getting hurt. Thank you.
Top drivers are Chris Raffaele with the 17-lap 5:0.3 pace, Ben Ramos with the 17-lap 5:01.9 pace, and Hector Zapata with the 16-lap 5:04 flat pace. After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Chris Raffaele with the 18-lap 5:08.3 pace, Hector Zapata with the 17-lap 5:12.2 pace, and Mr. Magno with the 16-lap 5:04.1 pace. minutes. The top drivers are Chris Rafaela with an 18-lap 5:07.2 pace, Hector Zapata with a 17-lap 5:07.2 pace, and Mr. Mago with a 17-lap 5:16.3 pace. One minute left at 4 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Chris Rafaela with an 18-lap 5:07 flat pace, Hector Zapata with a 17-lap 5:03.9 pace, and Mr. Mago with a 16-lap 5:0.3 pace. Hector Zapata done with a 17-lap 5:02.6 result. Ben Ramos done with a 14-lap 5:05.2 result. Chris Rafaela done with an 18-lap 5:06 flat result. K-Fed done with a 14-lap 5:16.3 result. All drivers are finished. Mr. Mago done with a 17-lap 5:16.5 result.
All right, as our only heat of mini NASCAR on road cars laid to rest. There was Chris setting early TQ with 18 laps. Hector will come in second with 17. Henry with 17.
Everybody groans picking who's the
Again, it was Chris taking it down, 18.506 final. Hector will get 17 at 02. Ben 17.05. Henry 17.516, and Carl with 16 laps. All right, guys. Looks like it's our only heat for our on-road road course. Don't really have anything else scheduled here, so we'll continue to run practice, and we'll get started, I don't know, 1:20 for round two.
No, over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Come on.
about your 25?
Papa, what are you doing?
Looking for you.
Over there? I thought you were in the car.
I just went to the car to look for you.
All right, guys, we're about 5 minutes away for round 2 mini NASCAR. Less than 5 minutes away, round 2. Mini NASCAR approaching 3 minutes out. 3 minutes out. Mini NASCAR. Round 2. Our only heat. All right, mini NASCAR. When you guys are ready, so am I. Round 2. Start bringing them out.
I'm surprised the score guy just keeps saying K-Fed's in first spot with you guys. $20 is $20.
There you go.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's not like I just tried to do a turn.
So I think you have to use that traction compound. Do you have that traction compound on? Yeah. Were you speeding in the beginning?
No, because from what I was told,
Yeah.
Up next, race number 1. Mini NASCAR. Heat 1 of 1. Race order is Car 1 Chris Raviola.
All right, looks like Chris trying to hold on to TQ honor so far. 18.506, that is the target time. We got Hector Zapata, Biba Zapata. And the number 2 spot, we got Ben Ramos making his way over at 3. Mr. Magoo at 4. Carl at 5. As we're getting set for second round action. 1:20 in the PM, we're getting set to rumble.
Mr. Maggot. Defense. Chris Raviola.
All right, just waiting for Hector and Ben. Good moment.
Hector's upon her.
Anybody out there help me out with some marshalling? Maybe one marshal near the stairs in the shade. Just to, they got reverse. They won't crash a lot. I just want to make sure that we're counting here. I want to keep an eye on this. All right, once again, it is a rolling start. Don't overthink it. You're on your own clock. We're rolling it out softly at the tone. Hold on.
No, it's a rolling start. Just in the main is when we line them up and then. All right, guys, all set?
All right, you're all on your independent clock. Start rolling them out at the tone. Let's go to work. All right, we're counting. We're underway. So we're coming up on a minute. It's Ben Ramos, 15.8, 18.505, early pace. Chris on an 18.07. Hector on a 17, Henry on a 16, Carl on a 14.
With an 18 lap 505.8 pace. Chris Raviola with an 18 lap 507.7 pace. And Hector Zapata with a 17 lap 509.6 pace. After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Chris Raviola with an 18 lap 503.9 pace, Hector Zapata with a 17 lap 505.1 pace, and Mr. Mago with a 17 lap 515.4 pace.
All right, Ben missed counting one lap. He's on a 1914. Chris on an 1808. Hector on a 17. Henry on a 17. Carl on a 15. 2:25 remaining. Ben leading his brigade, trying to beat an 1806, currently on a 1914. Chris on an 1813. Hector on a 17. Henry on a 17. Carl on a 1511.
With the 19 lap 5:14.3 pace, Chris Rafanala with the 18 lap 5:13.3 pace, and Hector Zapata with the 17 lap 5:04.8 pace.
1:45 remaining. Chris Raffaele about 9.5 seconds behind the leader. But it's all Ben, looking them off. 15.8 fast lap in lap 3. 16.2 last lap, 19.513 to pace. Chris on an 18, Hector on a 17, Henry on a 17, Carl on a 15.11. Nothing has changed. 1:10 remaining. We'll set up the mains, and whatever is left of our store hours, we'll continue open practice.
1 minute 4 minutes. The top drivers are Ben Ramos with the 19 lap 5:14.2 pace, Chris Rafaela with the 18 lap 5:11.3 pace, and Hector Zapata with the 17 lap 5:04.1 pace.
Mr. Magoo, when you're done with your run, you got to check your transponder. It's counting whatever it wants. 15 seconds remaining. It's Ben trying to close it out. Reset this thing. Chris in the number 2 spot. Hector, Henry, Carl to follow.
Hector Zapata done with the 17 lap 5:01.6 result.
Hector, first one. Everybody else race it to the line.
Chris Rafaela done with the 18 lap 5:10.3 result. Ben Ramos done with the 19 lap 5:15.2 result. K-Fed done with the 15 lap 5:20.8 result.
It was Ben at the end, 19 at 5:15. Chris will get 18 at 5:10. Hector with 17. Henry with 17 and Carl with 15. Again, Henry, go over your transponder. It was counting sometimes. I stayed on top of it, but check it for the mains.
No, because for the A name was started with the years out.
Chris Rafaela.
Some of the ones on the big track outside are nitro engines. They're like actually gas-powered engines. You hear them, they start them up. It's like,
24 flat. 17-6.
'Cause
right, guys, we'll get started in 15 minutes. 1:45 start for our mains. Again, we'll continue to run open practice after we're done with our program. Enjoy that. 5 o'clock, we are shutting shop and track. So enjoy the remaining time here at RCMadness. Appreciate you.
I had an extra track for 28 bucks. For 28.70 after tax.
Buy a seat for it. Thank you.
I haven't seen one of these here yet. And I'm surprised. Yeah, they put parts on. They didn't
right, guys, we're about 3-4 minutes out from mini NASCAR A-Main. It was Ben taking care of business a moment ago to reach the TQ spot, so he's going to try to hold on to pole and try to win it from there. But it's a good 5 to close out our road course early, and then we'll open it up for practice for the remainder of our store hours. All right, mini NASCAR, when you guys are ready, so am I. Mini NASCAR, let's close it out. A-Main coming up.
Up next, race number 1. Mini NASCAR. A-Main. Race order is: Car 1 Ben Ramos. Car 2 Chris Raffaella. Car 3 Hector Zapata. Car 4 Mr. Mago. Car 5 K-Fed. Ramos. Hector's opponent.
All right, just waiting for Henry. Give him a moment.
If you've seen the gears in these dips.
All right, looks like Henry's going to set this one out, so we're going to go ahead and grid him up. It's a grid of 4. Again, Ben trying to win it from pole, so he's going to make his way over to that near that first corner. Ben, drive it over to that near that first corner. And then Chris is going to be 3 feet away from him. And we got Hector over at 3, and we close it out with Carl. Give each other some room. That's fine. Yep. Anybody help me out with marshalling? Can I get just one marshal? Maybe one in the middle?
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
5 minutes. No wiping out, guys. I'm over here melting.
I'll tell you what, since I got him over there, you can actually go with
I can stand in the shade? Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like the shade.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You want me in the middle or the corner?
They're not in the way. Is he in the way? Is he in the way? Okay, okay. Yeah, you're in the shade too.
All right. Made in the shade.
I like that. I like that. That is the phrase I think.
All right, gentlemen, let's not overtake it. Let's go out and have a good time. Marshal, stay sharp. Drivers go up. At the tone. Let's go to work. Hell of a start. Here we go. Mini NASCAR, A main on the road course. And we are underway. Again, official practice for tomorrow's 128 scale Mini Z Championship underway. They're coming up on 3 hours left of open practice, getting ready for tomorrow's showdown. Doors open at 9. We get started around 11 o'clock. 2 rounds of the main to follow. Hope you guys are having a good time. Again, shop closing at 5 o'clock. Take advantage. But it's our A main outside to close out our oval and road course portion for today's club race.
After 1 minute, the top drivers are Ben Ramos, with an 18-lap 5:11.2 pace, Chris Rafaela, with a 19-lap 5:05.4 pace, and Hector Zapata, with a 15-lap 5:12.4 pace.
So we got Ben doing everything right. $130 down, $330 to go.
Drivers are Ben Ramos, with an 18-lap 5:09.8 pace, Hector Zapata, with a 17-lap 5:17.2 pace, and Chris Rafaela with the 16-lap 5:05.9 pace. The top drivers are Ben Ramos with the 18-lap 5:04.4 pace, Hector Zapata with the 17-lap 5:13.2 pace, and Chris Rafaela with the 17-lap 5:14 flat pace.
So it's Ben trying to win it from pole. He's got a nice lead on Chris, finds himself in that number 2 spot. It's Viva in the 3rd spot. It's Carl, 1/3 remaining. Mini NASCAR A main in progress as we're about to close out our asphalt club races over this morning. Some road course this afternoon. Still very early to still partake in other things out there. I hope you guys are enjoying the stay as we're approaching 2 o'clock in the p.m. Minute 10, Ben trying to close it out. It's Chris, it's Hector, Carl. We're coming up on a minute.
1 minute after 4 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Ben Ramos with the 18-lap 5:03.6 pace, Chris Rafaela with the 17-lap 5:08.1 pace, and Hector Zapata with the 17-lap 5:17 flat pace.
Seconds, guys. Close it out. Pretty strong. It's Ben trying to win it from pole. Bring it home.
Chris Rafaela done with a 17-lap 5:02.1 result.
Welcome back to the arena, Chris Rafaela. I hope to see a lot of you here taking the number 2 spot. But it was Ben Ramos. That boy, 18.504. Hector making his way this weekend. 3rd place finish with Carl and Cor. Thank you guys for making it a great afternoon of racing as this one's laid to rest. Again, open practice for the remainder of both programs, 128 scale and outside. Enjoy it. 5 o'clock, we are closing shop and we'll go right into it tomorrow. Until then, enjoy your stay, guys. See you soon.
All you have to do is drive. Yeah. I just rented that from him.